Hello guys and welcome back. Now for this Let's Play, this will probably be the last episode, unfortunately. But do I have something nice in store for you today? We just finished building our Raptor, now called the Xenon Eradicator, and we've assembled a little fleet for it to fly around with. As you can see, we have loaded it up with a lot of different small and medium ships. But before we send it out into Xenon space, we are most definitely going to modify it just a little bit. Now please pay no attention to how we can build 16 of this mod and exactly have 50 of the things we need and so forth. It is of no importance. I did not cheat. I did cheat. I couldn't be bothered to fly around finding everything when I just want to create a little cinematic ending for you guys. The reason I'm ending this series a bit early, or perhaps you could say early, perhaps you could say late, is that we finished all the new content of the Split Vendetta. And yes, I could stay on and grind my way through and create a galaxy spanning empire and fight all the factions and so on and so forth. And that's interesting enough in itself, but I find that just a tad grindy and perhaps not worthy of, how shall we call it, being called entertainment. It's mostly just a grind. So that's something you yourself has to play. So let's modify our beautiful little ship here, starting with the chassis. Now we only have one exceptional quality mod to choose from here, and that's the nanotube mod, which is going to reduce our ship mass and up to one more property. So let's install that. We got a decent roll, but I want to get a better roll. Again, decent, but I want a better one. I want better. See, there we are. That's the kind of roll we want. So now we increased our speed, acceleration, boost. Basically things that is not that important for a ship of this size, but nice to have nevertheless. Over to the turrets. Now here we can't do much re-rolling. We just have to pick one type of mod and go with it. So either we have the Obliterator, we have the Annihilator, we have the Expediter, and we have the Invader. Now I am thinking, since we equipped this ship with a lot of bolt turrets, weapon projectile speed is probably going to be the most beneficial, I imagine. So let's install the Expediter on all our bolts. And on the plasma turrets, I think we'll go for damage. So let's install the Expediter. That gives us weapon reload minus. That's actually a good thing. I think this reduces reload time. It doesn't increase reload time. We got an increase to weapon damage, and we got a increase to weapon projectile lifetime. I don't really think that matters to bolt turrets. That's more a thermal disintegrator kind of good thing. So let's get an Expediter here. Yes. And an Expediter here. And an Expediter here. Can I just double click? Nope. This is going to take some time, guys. I'm sorry. But we are making our ship immeasurably more powerful. The problem with having a ship with this many turret locations is that it is very time consuming to upgrade them all. I know that is a problem of luxury, but still, I feel entitled to complain. Okay, so this is the last bolt turret. So let's go for these ones, and here I think we might want the I think we want the annihilator here. Yes. So let's go. We're actually going to re-roll a couple of times here, because these turrets are kind of important. So that wasn't a good roll. Ooh, this is a... You know what? I like this roll. Even though we didn't get much damage, the other things we got, I think, made this roll worth it. So let's go for the other one. Annihilator, install. Oh, we got a very good weapon roll. Not as good on the other ones, but I think that's worth it. Annihilator, let's go. I see. Well, it's fine. And last one. Not good. Not good. Not good. Acceptable. Alright, so that's it for the turrets. Now let's get over to shielding. So let's see here. Which one of these do we want? Do we want shield recharge rate? Low shield capacity and 2 more properties, or just insane shield capacity? Now we do have quite a nice shield capacity on this one already. It's about 3 times what we have on Julie, and Julie is already upgraded. But I don't think it's worth it just to go for massive shield capacity. I think going for the 2 more properties is going to be worth it. So let's see here what kind of properties we get. Recharge delay and recharge rate. Let's roll this again, see if we get something better. See, this is excellent. So we're going to keep this. Now for all the individual generators for the turrets. Now I think we're going to go with... We could go with shield recharge here, because that's arguably more important on turrets, because they're less likely to get hit constantly. So I think actually we're going to go with traction for the turret generators. And we get recharge rate and recharge delay, that's excellent. Traction. We're not going to bother to re-roll on the turrets. Like so. This is hopefully going to protect all of our surface elements much more efficiently. And we're soon done. And now for the engines. Now, what do we want here? The engines aren't as important on a ship this size as, say, a fighter, but still nice to have. Now, let's see. We have engine boost thrusts and up to 5 more properties. I think engine rotation thrust is going to be the best thing I can go for on this ship. We get up to 3 more properties, so let's see what we get. Engine forward and strafe. I think we can do better, and we can afford to reroll a couple of times here until we get a godly roll. Like so. This is a very good roll, and as you can see, it gives us a lot of extra, well, things, which is good. So I think that is good enough. We have no paint jobs for it, unfortunately, but that is our Xenon Eradicator, and I'll pause the recording here, and I'll see you guys when we get to Xenon space. And we're back. So our ship just recently reached the jump gate to Xenon space, where we in the last episode definitely got destroyed. So let's wait until it gets to the other side, and then we'll teleport straight to it. And I guess we'll get to see the big old Betty in action. Seems like we're getting allied support this time.
Entering system.
Alright, so let's get up on the bridge. Let's jump just a little bit. Jumpity jump. And we'll have a first class seat to the action. So let's see if we can't make something happen here. Let's get a bit closer to the shipyard over here, and let's see if we can't find us some enemies. These are our ships. Our allied forces are below us or above us? Above us. Here they are. So it's a carrier and 2 destroyers. They seem to be waiting for something. Here's our massive shield generator, which has been modified to perfection. And here we go. We will release the fighters and the medium ships when we are faced with enemy ships. Speaking of which, do we see any on the map? No. Only a trading ship, a small trading ship. Or a medium trading ship. It's just called an S. Alright. We could perhaps get away with destroying the Xenon space station. It seems to have just released some defense drones. That's not going to be enough to stop us. Because we have parked a mighty fleet just outside their doorstep. But that is a lot of Xenon defense drones. Maybe it's just enough for us to release our interceptors. Our fighters. Let's actually do that. Let's go. Seems the fighting has started up there. So let's remove this order. Let's have everyone attack the station. I don't really know what we're doing. We seem to be flying away, but oh well. Leave it to the ship AI to find interesting things to do. Well, at least the light show is pretty. So, are there any serious threats coming? Not as of yet, no. Why are you activating travel drive? You know, I always get kind of mesmerized by the lasers and the pew-pews. It's always so nice to watch. But didn't we release our fighters? Oh yeah, there they go. Where is our fighters? Oh, they're probably, yeah, they're still getting launched. They're being bumped around inside the ship, probably. Let's see here. Yeah, there they are. They're getting out, slowly. Let's teleport to a ship a bit closer to the action. Perhaps the Odysseus Sentinel? Oh yes. Beautiful. Doesn't seem like the drones are doing that much damage. But we have destroyed very few of the drones. Very few. I wonder if perhaps we should give the order to the interception squad to actually attack this one. Because right now they're trying to dock. That's not very smart. Let's have them attack instead. How does that work? No? Interesting. Let's get back to our Xenon Eradicator, our Raptor. And oh boy, are the main batteries firing or what? Am I getting frame drops or what? Oh, beautiful. Alright, so it seems like we're actually going in on an attack vector towards the... Nope. We're not going towards the shipyard. That's too bad. I wonder though why my interceptors aren't doing anything about these drones. That seems to be their job. Only one ship, our Ares, is actually doing something. Let's actually assign all of you. Let's remove all orders and assignments. And let's have you go ahead and defend you. Let's see if that does anything. But why are they all trying to dock? Let's see here, information. You're docking. Right, so property owned. But I don't want you to dock. Remove all orders and assignments. That would include docking, I would imagine. Let's see, you can be in the interceptor squad again. And so can you three. Alright, it seems like we're firing some... Oh yes. Oh, frame drops. But yeah, like fleet combat in this game, it's still not very good. I hope they would do something to improve it in the expansion, but it doesn't seem much improved, unfortunately. Or it might just be me who's bad, but it seems like such an obvious thing that interceptors should go after drones. But oh well. We seem to be handling their drones, even though the process is very, very, very slow. And we do have a Xenon K, so let's halt all the attacks. And let's select it and let's attack you. So now finally we have a proper enemy to fight. I gotta admit, things are getting a bit chaotic, but I am liking the light show. So there's the Xenon K. Let's see who wins this engagement. It seems like our Raptor is trying to fire at it with some plasma cannons.
Something hit us.
And I think that means it's time for our medium ships to make its debut. So let's go for information on the Raptor and loadout, and we'll launch the medium ships. I wonder if we're even winning against this Xenon K. How is it looking on shields? It's almost... its shields are almost gone. That's good. And how is our capital ships holding up? We seem to have lost some. Hull damaged. Oh, our Xenon eradication force is almost dead. God damn. And it seems like our Julie just bit the dust as well. Oh no, we were just not far enough zoomed out. And there she goes. Our big beautiful capital ship. Destroyed. I wonder what killed it. Well, unfortunately there was no grand resolution of the series. We didn't destroy the Xenon shipyard. We can consider this the death of the brave Split who woke up in a spacesuit in fires of defeat. He died fighting the Xenon, the enemy of all living things. But yeah, the Raptor, not as good as I thought. Actually quite bad. I think we would be better off just having a fleet of large ships, not extra large ships. Some destroyers and whatnot. So for the developers, let me share my final thoughts on this game. Or this expansion rather. While it was a nice touch with the story missions, I think they were relatively well scripted. Not very well voice acted and badly executed. You are expecting a large amount of investment from the player, both in terms of time and in-game resources, and you give the player nearly nothing other than unlocking the next set of dialogue. I don't find that particularly good enough. Now, of course, during this run I cheated to get most of the resources that I needed to complete these missions, but that is precisely because I couldn't be bothered to spend the time to grind because the reward just wasn't there. It was something I learned after the first couple of videos, where I didn't cheat at all. I worked my way from the bottom, and yeah, that got tiresome pretty quickly, but that might have more to do with me than the expansion itself. When it comes to the new ships and the new faction, the Split, I think the ships are very well designed. I think they're well balanced compared to other ships. Their trading and mining vessels are subpar though. They don't really have any good trading or mining vessels, which is too bad. but they are some of the most aggressive ships, and they have a focus on hull points over shielding, which makes them more expensive, because hull parts are more expensive than shield components, at least when you have a ship that needs just a couple of medium shields versus double the normal hull points. The ship will be more expensive if the chassis, which is the hull point, is more expensive. So I think there's some balancing that needs to be done there when it comes to the price of the ships, or the resources needed to build split ships specifically, because they don't really have good shielding options. And I think that wraps my thoughts up. Overall, I did enjoy my time, but there are certainly things that could have been done better, and I hope they will be with updates. So, that's all for now. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next series, whatever that might be. Maybe another X4 game, maybe Bannerlord. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.